everybody, it's me, Dixie, or VSG Southern Val, coming to you today with my good friend Val, VSG Val. She came to Omaha to visit. I'll let Val introduce herself.
Hey everybody, it's Valerie Springer on Facebook, or VSG Val on YouTube. And I'm here on a work trip in Nebraska, so I thought I'd look up my good friend Dixie. And so we hung out last night, and we're hanging out again tonight, and we thought we'd do a YouTube video together.
Yep.
So, go over our stats, I guess, first.
Okay, do you want to go first? Or you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. I had my surgery at Emmanuel Hospital here in Omaha, Nebraska, which is our Center for Excellence, with Dr. Thomas White. On October 6, 2014. My highest weight was 298 pounds. First visit with my family doctor was 278. Day of surgery 238. Last week, week 9, I had lost 3 pounds, and this week for week 10 I lost 1 pound for 2, and so I'm down to 210.
Good job.
I'll let Valerie go now.
Doing such a good job, Dixie. Good. Well, I don't have all my stats in front of me because I'm traveling, but I'll try to go off of memory. So my highest weight was 255. I had my surgery at Good Samaritan Hospital in Portland, Oregon. VSG surgery, and that was on July 14th, 2014. 2 weeks before surgery, I weighed in at 246. Day of surgery was, I think, 243.6, but my total loss has been 66 pounds. I'm at my 5-month mark this week, and I do know I had a 2-pound loss, but that's all I know right now that's with me. So,
okay.
So we'll go right into the questions. I'll read the question and who it's from, and then Dixie can answer first, then I'll answer second. So our first question was from Melly May, and she asked, what has been the hardest part of our journey so far? So what do you think, Dixie?
Hardest part of the journey for me is just post-op, trying to remember to eat and get in those snacks. I guess, getting in the protein's easy for me. It's remembering to drink all day long. Getting in my 64 fluid ounces has been kind of slow this last couple of weeks. So I've been trying to pick up on drinking, but that's just not going the best. So I'll let Val answer.
I guess the hardest part for me was right after surgery. I had some complications and issues, so that was no fun, and I thought to myself, why did I do this? But that was only about 2 weeks worth, and then that went away. But more recent, I would say water as well. I can pretty much get my protein in. I start my day out with a premium shake every day, which is my 30 grams, so that starts out my day. But I would say it's the water as well. Mm-hmm. But Dixie got me onto some new water flavoring, Hawaiian punch that I like, and no aftertaste, so hopefully I'll get my water in now.
Yeah. So, y'all know me, I always tell you about my Hawaiian punch.
I've got it.
About my Hawaiian punch add-in.
So it's really good. Okay, so the second one is from Lauren Heft, and she asked, have we had any troubles dealing with any mental issues with our journey?
No, I haven't really had any troubles with mental illness issues. I don't really have, no, not me.
Yeah. I would say no for myself as well. I would say right after the surgery, during that 2 weeks when I was having a really hard time, I was kind of doubting myself and wondering what the heck had I done, and I didn't feel good, and I was kind of depressed about it. But what helped me get through it during those 2 weeks' time was getting on YouTube and reaching out to the community. Dixie was a big part of always answering back. Sleeve Rocker was really good, and there Jennifer Bleacher and some others. So I would say if you are having issues, get on YouTube, get on Facebook, go back and read and watch the videos of people that have gone through it and have talked about some other issues that they've gone through, or just getting the support.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing with, making sure you're going to your caseworker with all that.
Definitely. Let's see. Lori White, she asked, how do we deal with people who are insensitive to your journey, and how do we cope without turning to food?
Okay. I never really had too many insensitive people. I don't have one. I have a good support group, or good support. That's the whole reason I joined the YouTube and the Facebook, was for support. As y'all know, I've told you in the past that my husband's not like a fully on board, but I mean, he's trying. He's really been trying. He's been real good. And how do we cope without
turning to food?
How do I cope without turning to food? I keep busy.
Well,
lots of crafts.
And plus our sleeves don't let us consume the food like we might have in the past. So that does help.
Right.
Your sleeve is your tool, and it can only take in so much. So you can't really sit down and eat a box of cookies like maybe you did in the past. Right.
Right.
So for me, I have had a very good support system within my family. I've told all my family knows, and a couple of really good girlfriends I've grown up with. I chose not to tell the people at my work. In my work, we don't work together. I travel for my job, so we only see each other like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't have an issue with that. And then for turning with food, coping without turning to food, again with our sleeve, we can't. I struggle to get in 2.5 to 3 ounces per meal, so there's no way I could really go and binge eat or turn to food in that way anymore. So
right.
I think that's good on that question.
Okay.
This next question is from Kimberly Jarrett Ennis, and it's a 4-part question. First one is, how do we stay on track? So we'll answer that.
First of all, Kimberly, I want to let you know these are some good questions.
Yes, thank you, Kimberly. I love those questions.
Okay, the first one is, how do we
stay on track?
How do I stay on track? That's a good one. I basically, pretty much, I've got it up here. I'm not really actually staying on track, or I'd be getting in all my water. So if that tells you anything.
You're doing a good job.
But as far as, I don't know.
I think just getting in your meals, getting that protein in, and drinking the water when you can. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have those days that you're going to have days that you just can't get it all in. That's just being a human. So basically for me, staying on track is, when I do eat, it's protein first, and I'm trying to drink my water up to my 64 ounces when possible.
Right.
And I do have days that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all do. So you just do the best you can, and your body will let you know if you're not getting enough nutrients and enough food, because you'll start getting a little lightheaded or dizzy. I do anyway now, and at 5 months it's starting to hit me. So
sometimes my stomach will feel a little kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Not really like sick, but just funny.
Yeah. For me, it's because I get too much acid. If I don't have any food in my stomach, I'll get that acid feeling, and that's kind of a key to me, like, oh, I better get something to eat, or it's been too long without food.
Right.
So then her second part is, do we write down everything we eat and drink?
Honestly, I do not. As I've said in prior videos, my caseworker really said there's nothing that we need to track right now. I won't get the final step of, to the final step of the just being able to eat whatever for another, 2 months, I think it is. So, until she gives me the okay to start doing that, I'm still, basically going off of a little sheet of paper on what I'm allowed to eat. So it's just, steamed vegetables, the meat and that. So no, I do not keep a log or anything, but I will in the near future.
Mm-hmm. I don't anymore. I did in the beginning, but I'm eating. We eat such a little amount. She's a little over 2.5 months. I'm right at 5 months. But I could definitely see in the future when I can eat a little bit more, and I'm needing to maybe, or if I'm not losing the weight, that I would definitely want to track everything that I'm consuming. But right now, because I'm consistently losing weight, I don't feel a need, and I don't really have the time to do it. But down the road, if it ever came that I was having issues, I would definitely start tracking again.
Right.
So her third question is, have we lost our appetites? Or like probably what she's meaning is like hunger. Do we experience hunger?
I do. If I skip a meal, I do experience a feeling of hunger. It's probably not as strong as it used to be, but I do experience a little bit of it. But if I keep on track and get my meals in on time, then no, I don't feel any kind of hunger. About you?
I don't have any hunger at all from the day of surgery to now. I do not experience hunger. I have to, I know that, the only way I know that I'm needing food is because I start getting lightheaded and I feel like I could pass out, which I know some of the people around this time frame, up to some of our veterans, have had that, experienced that. But I am one of the lucky ones that I do not ever get hungry, so I guess they removed all of that ghrelin that was in my stomach, because that is one of the nice effects of the surgery if you have that all removed, that hormone. So I don't. Her fourth question is for me, because she's asking me how I keep balance in my busy work schedule, because I travel all over the U.S. for my job, and I am only basically home on like maybe Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So part of, just to say, since I'm here in Nebraska with Dixie, is my job is very rewarding, so that helps me keep the balance. And when I am home, I totally spend it the whole time with my family, with my daughter and my granddaughter, my parents, my sisters. I try to spend a lot of family time when I'm home. So I think just having that family time when I'm there kind of helps me, when I'm getting off the road and all the travels. And the perks are I get to meet people like Dixie, so that's really awesome. So yeah, thanks Kimberly for those questions. Those are really good. Those 4 questions were awesome.
Yeah.
Is it Artise Johnson? Is that how you say it? Her name?
Yeah,
Artise?
that's the way I.
Okay, and she wants to know what type of bread do we eat. So this will be easy one for both of us.
Yeah, I don't eat bread. I don't eat crackers or cakes. I haven't since probably 7 months before surgery.
You went way back.
Yeah. So I mean, I had a little bite of a piece of sugared cereal the other day. When I was making Ray a bowl of cereal, and I not thinkingly put that in my mouth, and it instantly tasted so nasty I spit it right back out. So yeah, no, there's no breads, no cakes, no cookies, no donuts, no none of that. There's none of that in my diet. So
and I am the same way. That's the carbs I'm staying away from. Breads for me, also bagels, because I did enjoy bagels pre-op. I don't eat the bagels. I don't have any sugary cereals. I have had a couple bowls recently of like corn checks, but it's very small amount, and it was basically because it was kind of late at night and I had forgotten to eat enough, I guess, for dinner, so it was just to help out a little bit. But I don't eat any cookies or cakes or anything like that. If you watched my video right after Thanksgiving, I did have a little bit of pie, and for Christmas time I'll probably have a couple cookies, because I'm not going to deprive myself on that. Again, it'll be very minute amounts, but for bread, that's just something I'm saying no to, and for quite a while, I just don't need it. I'm not missing it. Are you missing it? I'm
not missing it. No, there's no craving for it. No.
No, not at all.
And I was never a bread eater before that. I wasn't really much of a bread eater. I liked my donuts and my cakes and cookies, yes. But as far as bread, no, I've got no taste for it.
Yeah.
And me too. As she was saying about Christmas, I plan on doing Christmas exactly how I told you I was going to do Thanksgiving, and that's just exactly how it's going to go. And I don't know about you, but we're just having a stew for Christmas dinner this year. I usually go all out, do the ham, turkey, all that. This year I'm going to treat my family to a great big hearty stew.
That sounds good. My sister has Christmas. I always do Thanksgiving, so we did the whole big turkey and everything like that. My sister does ham, and then I'm bringing some of the side dishes, which will be the healthy stuff, and I'll probably just have a little. I'm not a big ham eater, but I'll just probably have a little tiny bite of that, and then probably a lot of veggies. So, and then a couple cookies.
Yeah.
Or at least one.
Yeah, gotta have one. At least one Christmas cookie in there.
Okay, Icy Blue VSG asks if we've had any issue with hormones or any mood swings.
I have not. I've not had any kind of issues like that. I feel just the same as I did before surgery. Matter of fact, I think I've had less mood swings than now since before surgery. So
because we're happier, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Losing the weight makes us happy.
Right.
For me, no issues with hormones. Mood swings, I would say just within that first 2 weeks after surgery. Again, when I was kind of in a lot of depression after surgery from the pain and probably the pain meds. So I was probably having some mood swings if you ask my family. They probably said I wasn't in the best of moods. But after that, I haven't had any either. And I am as well as happier and feel that all that is kind of behind me because of the weight loss and just seeing the transformation of our bodies and things makes you really happy, especially when you're going down in sizes. So let's see, we have 2 more questions. Amy Jo Morris asks, any advice right after surgery? So go ahead, Dixie.
Any advice? My best advice, I guess, is just to remember to do your sipping and walking. And just really concentrate on yourself and what you're doing. Making sure you're getting that protein in.
Yep, I would say the same thing. Protein of whatever the doctor says you can have at that point. You know, you get your protein in, get your water in, walk. Take care of yourself is the big one. So I agree totally with Dixie on all those, but don't overdo it. Don't try to get done. Don't try to get to the next step. You know.
Yeah. Don't go straight into like exercise and all that right away.
Take care of yourself physically and mentally.
Right.
Yeah. Evelina Makes Changes asks if we've had to handle the transition from being a caregiver, or how do you handle the transition from being a caregiver and taking care of your loved ones than to concentrate on yourself after being post-op. So you can start with that.
Oh boy.
I'll answer. I'll answer.
Short-term memory, folks.
So for me, I can answer, then you can finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So for me, I don't have, my daughter's grown and my granddaughter is, but they still live with me. But I would say that even if I had smaller children at home, that they would want their mom or their wife or whatever, or husband, whoever you're looking at it, to be healthy and to be around a long time. And so by having this weight loss surgery, it's helping us to become healthy individuals again, and our life expectancy will go up, because if we have any diseases like diabetes and high blood pressures and heart conditions or whatever the case may be, by having the surgery and losing weight, you're going to get healthier. So I would hope that they would, be considerate in the fact that it's time to concentrate on mom for a while so she can get to where she needs to be.
Right.
But it really, you're not, so for me, when I do make a family dinner, I'm making my family their dinner, and I'm eating the protein and the veggies off of what they eat. It's just a very minute amount. So that's how nothing really for me would change.
Yeah, as far as, my kids are all grown and have families of their own, so it's just me and my husband. But as far as, making sure, I got to make sure that he eats, and basically most nights do not make 2 different meals. I don't make me something and him something. I'll make like, if I make spaghetti, let's say, what I do is I just make mine with a little bit of spaghetti squash, and I make him just regular spaghetti. I just don't put all the sauce on his, and I put mine to the side. And
sounds good.
So like, meatloaf, I just concentrate on having a little bit of the meatloaf, and maybe something else proteinish that will go with it for me. as far as salads, I don't really do salads yet.
I just started a month ago.
I don't do salads yet or any of that, but I can do steamed vegetables. I have done some steamed broccoli, cauliflower on the side a little bit, but not a lot. I just do like a little stem.
That was the only food that I actually really missed was salads and vegetables. Excuse me, and I just within the last month have been able to eat it. Before that, I couldn't eat anything like that. Too much roughage wasn't good on the sleeve.
But I don't feel like I've got to come, you know, think about me at this time right now.
Definitely.
I've got to think about me. I made this decision to have the surgery, and I feel there's no time for guilt.
No, I agree.
No time for guilt. The time for that should have been before you made the decision. You know, you should have. I feel that, yeah, I just feel that, you know, you got to take time for yourself, Evelina.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Okay.
I think that's
all the questions.
That's all the questions, yeah. And I get my good friend Val.
Yes, it's so nice to be with Dixie.
Hey, and I wanted to show you guys. She had her mom makes this bracelet. So she had her mom make one, and we each got one that looks.
Yep, and Dixie made me a bracelet, and she made me a necklace and some earrings for. So yep, we're just the Bobsey twins over here.
Yeah. So
yep, we're having fun.
Yep, having lots of fun, lots of conversation.
Yep.
Sharing our water mixes and all kinds of fun stuff. So
it's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna hate to go.
Yeah, you should see me. I was giddy when I found out she was coming. I was like, I ran out to the living room. I was like jumping up and down in front of my husband. I was like, yeah, Belle's coming to see me.
So I was excited too. So I go home tomorrow, so I'm gonna miss Dixie.
Yeah,
but we'll be forever friends.
Yep, forever friends. And we got something to remember each other by.
And we'll have to do Google Hangouts and have people join us.
Yeah, I'll have to get myself a webcam. Yeah. Either that or a driver fixer to fix the driver for the webcam I've got. So.
Yep, definitely. That would be fun.
But yeah, so woo.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take
Bye.
care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Love y'all.
Take care.